Woo! Hey, ladies, and we're back. Yes.
Hey.
Hey. Yes, this is a fun one. Our episode 63. This is unscripted, y'all. Figured I'd say that early. Unscripted. We know how our heart
Yes.
beats, and everyone loves our unscripted episodes, as they do our other episodes. We thought that this would be a great time to do an empowerment session with the Heart of Chat. It's unscripted. We're a little more than halfway through our power season, so we thought it'd be a good time to check in with you all to see how you're doing, what you think about the work, what you think about the episodes in our power series. And I think, as you remember, how this came up, and I remember when Jeanette had said, "Okay, I can't believe I'm gonna say this, Linda," because Shauna was starting everything with power. We had power episodes going back to season 1, and Jeanette was like,
The
"I can't believe I'm gonna do
power.
this." I immediately got excited. Jeanette was like, "Okay, we could do the power," and guess where it came from? The power, right, from Shauna. But we also took a lot of inspiration from Insecure, how they start their episodes with something. They have a theme,
The
for
theme.
their season. So this season is our power season. And we want to just say, thank you for rocking with us. Thank you for being here and also doing a check-in to see how you're doing with all this power talk.
Power talk. Power
The power
talk.
talk. Yes, yes.
Yeah. So, like, just recap real quick. Like, we talked about, we kicked it off with owning your power. We talked about the power of surrender, flowing with ease, power of joy, power of connections. And then we had our power of intentional focus, which we did live in Cleveland, because we definitely have to talk about how amazing that was. But the power of alignment, which is my word of the year. The power of your words, accountability, which we brought in Dr. Jackson for, power of gratitude, and then the power of slowing down, silence, the power of your truth, and then most recently, the power of forgiveness. So,
Yes.
y'all, man, that's some good stuff. That's some
It
good stuff.
is. It truly is.
And I know, for us, it's, just figuring out the one that you have all these things within you that you can bring out for yourself. And when you have, like, and then to just being able to focus on small areas. So as you're going through life and things happen, using these tools that we give you in some of these different episodes, and they all might not apply to you right now, but being able to come back and using this as a reference library, like, you know what, I need to listen. I had one of our heartbeats, who's also a friend of mine. She was like, you know what? She said, "Oh, I need to get caught up on my Heart of Chat." She was like, "I need some good vibes and good energy." She was like, "I'm gonna go find me an episode to listen to." And that's like really like what we hope like everyone does, like that we want you to tune in every Monday when we post them, but we also when either good things are happening or you're having a good day, you just want like some other positive energy around you, because a lot of us work from home, right? And a lot of people are working from home alone. And so bring us into your home. We give you some positive energy. You feel like you're right there with us. Talk back to us while you're listening. But then also when you're going through really tough times and hard times, or you're dealing with certain types of emotions, also refer to some of the conversations that we had, to hopefully help bring you either out of that or through it with some type of joy at the end of it.
Mm-hmm. This is great. I feel like this is an empowerment session, even for us. When that point about you working from home, a lot of times, I work from home. Started going back in the office a little bit, but I'm like most times I'm alone. So I'm fortunate to to have you ladies to hop on Marco Polo. I could throw up a podcast episode, whatever. But we want our heartbeats to also feel the same way, that they can turn on an episode, they can DM us, they can connect with us, respond to our emails. We send out emails at least weekly. Yeah, feel free to do that too, because we do respond back, comment. Shauna is our resident commenter on our posts, and we jump in, each of us try to jump in there, and we get a chance to do that too. So yeah, comment on our posts, even if it's a post from a few weeks ago or even a few months ago. Comment on there. We get the notifications, and look, somebody commented. It excites us when we see you guys do that.
I was feeling like I would really love to hear more from our heartbeats, what their intentional focus have been, especially during this power session.
Mm-hmm.
What has stood out for you? What's resonated for you? Like Jeanette mentioned earlier, what her word of the year. Did your word of the year pop up in any of our power sessions? What was the alignment like for you? What are you working on? What are you going through? How are you making it through your steps? That's the part that I would love to know more, and we have a Facebook community membership site where we do a little bit more close, intentional work with our heartbeats. We have Wednesdays where Jeanette will come on and speak about the power of gratitude.
Mhm.
And she comes with what she's grateful for real time. And on Friday is a Fuego Friday question with me where we reflect on some of the things that we're all working on at the same time. And on Monday, Linda posts either an episode or inspiration for us. And then we have workshops and other things lined up for our heartbeats. Because we are not doing this just by ourselves. We want you to come along with us, but we want to hear your voice. So this empowerment session episode right here is really more about the heartbeats, and we want to hear more from you and what's happening with you. What would you like to see more of? What are you excited about? What's, what may be bringing you down? How are you filling your cup?
Definitely, I agree. And I want to ask you ladies, like how has working through these power episodes, like kind of leaning into something that Shauna said, like how, is there any like either aha moments or big moments or like a favorite episode so far that you feel like had some impact on you or for you as we've been working through these?
I'm going to say the very first one, owning your power. I mean, just breaking that down, which I think that's one of the reasons why we kicked off the season with that episode. And then as we were on our power, there was so much to unpack there that we were like, oh my gosh, we have so many things. So we took our words of the year from last year and really said, okay, owning your power means surrendering. It means flowing with ease. It means joy, really digging into that. And then gratitude has been a huge topic for us this year. I feel like we could even break that down even more so. So that from those power episodes, our membership community was born from that point as we brainstormed on doing some of that. I'm just owning your power, like while knowing how much power you have and where it lives within you. I'm like, oh, I'm still unpacking that. And that's been, a few episodes ago as we get through this. So yeah, just looking forward to all the unpacking and what that has to bring.
I'm done with unpacking.
I'm still unpacking, as y'all know. I'm literally packing.
No, that's going to be my life. It's okay. I've had to surrender to that. So surrender will be my favorite out of the power series, because that is what I need to lean into more and more each day so that I can flow with ease and make sure that I am where I'm supposed to be, whom I'm supposed to be with, how I'm supposed to be with, and what intentional focus work I'm supposed to be doing for my purpose. So it will be surrender for me. It's really surrendering to the idea of knowing that I'm being present. I'm being present, and I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yeah, that's great. That's real. I like that. Yeah, I mean, just in looking at all of our episodes, and then I know we've done some planning for some future ones. I mean, just stay tuned, guys. It's really going to be a really, really cool ride as we continue on this series. But I love the gratitude piece. I love what you ladies are doing on the Wednesday, Friday posts. And then if there's an episode post in our, for not only do we share on our social platforms, we also share our membership community, the episode for that week. If there's not an episode, let's say, we're on break or something else we feel that we should share with you, I started doing a Monday morning boost. So that could be around just power. It could be around career, because we have a variety in ourselves, but also in our heartbeats. Maybe there's career aspiration that maybe they're looking for, exercise, regimen or something to inspire them on their journey. I recently, in the last couple of years, have been taking that on. But the Monday morning boost, I just feel like we do need that. I think we talked about our episodes airing on a certain day. I think we picked Monday for a reason. We chose
Monday.
Yeah,
that's why.
Yeah, we chose Monday for a reason.
We did. That was supposed to be part of our slogan. It didn't stick though.
Yeah,
it didn't stick because
she was like, "We got to figure it out.
We got to figure it. It's got to be."
I wanted me for Monday because I was thinking about myself, and I was thinking about when would I want to listen to a podcast. to get me through the week. And it would be Monday. I need motivation on Monday.
Yeah, Shauna was on that meat, boy. She was on that meat.
I did. It was on some. We posted some on some of our stuff. It still says Meatful Mondays on it. But I felt like let's serve them a really nice, hearty appetite for them to get through the week. That's the way I was looking at it. But someone kind of have that.
And it was actually related to the meat industry.
It was.
Which I don't eat.
Meat, MEET or meat, MEAT.
We tried everything with that.
Then it was like an acronym that could it stand for something. I was like, could it stand for something or
wasn't the flow?
No, it was not.
So we surrendered.
We did. We surrendered to it.
We surrendered.
Yeah. So for me, mine would be the power of intentional focus through our Living the Life You Desire tour. Just because one, it was live, and like to be able to impact people, through our podcast and people to like come back and listen and all that. That's one thing, and it's amazing to even be able to have that reach and this to have that content just live on forever. Where any 2, 3, 4, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, you can get it right. But and I know Shauna and Linda both agree that there's something about being in person with you all.
Yes.
And having that, like you all to ask us questions and us to be able to answer you right there in real time. And just to kind of see people light up or see themselves. Like, so when we say something and y'all are agreeing on the other side of the podcast, we don't know, right? We can't feel it.
Can't hear you.
But when we're in person, and we have a heartbeat literally falling out her chair, like, oh my God, that's my life. You talking to me. Like, that lets me know that what we're doing is that we're in alignment and we're doing the things that we're supposed to be doing. Because at the end of the day, like, although we are feeding our own souls and we are like pouring into ourselves through doing this podcast, there's like a reason for doing it to serve others, but also like there's a selfish reason to serve ourselves, because you have to do something for yourself. But just to be able to impact people and see how or to see that we are on the right path and we're doing the things that we're supposed to be doing. And so and to see all you lovely people wanting to live the life you desire and create a life that is designed just for yourself, not based on what someone else thinks you should be or how you should be living. Like, for me, like, that's where like that compound empowerment comes on. As like, okay, you empower yourself and then it trickles down to someone else and then they take it and spread it to someone else. Like, it's just that what is it? What's that effect, Linda?
Ripple effect.
The ripple effect.
Thank you.
Yes.
Ripple effect. Yep.
Yeah. Yes. I love that. Yeah, our tour was amazing, and just the excitement.
Dream come true.
Yeah, it really was. I'm driving up, to Ohio from the DC area, and I'm just like, this is so exciting. Like, what's gonna, like, when we get there, like, what is this gonna be?
We felt like little kids, like it was like major holiday. We was just like, I know I was extremely giddy. I was extremely giddy. Yes. I was like, finally,
it was great.
We have been asked for so long to do an in-person event. We've had so many heartbeats reach out to us. And when Jeanette came and we were trying to do other things, we had other ideas to help empower our heartbeats, which we're going to save for the future. We have some really great future ideas coming up, heartbeats. And when Jeanette felt like this was a time, she found the strategy that she thought was best for the Heart of Chat, for the timing, to help empower heartbeats. And in turn, heartbeats, you empower us. I hope you know that. We couldn't keep doing this without your feedback, your love, and your response, your listening, your sharing. All of that means a lot to us. And the growth that I feel like the three of us are doing with this, like, we are empowering ourselves first. Yeah. And it's really feels good when we go back to even like first season, and you compare that to this season and how much growth that the three of us have done together as a unit.
Yeah. I love that. And I think about that first episode and just thinking about myself. I was like, So I feel like I was so stiff. I was like, so we're going to do this. And I even like going back, I'm like, looking at myself anyways.
We might have to do that maybe in our membership group. Maybe
yeah.
that's what we could do. Me, you, and Shauna. We can record ourselves watching it and do like our reaction.
Yes.
And then like our reaction to our very first one, and then kind of get some commentary on it.
So nervous.
I want to do it.
Yeah,
I always wanted to do
it.
We're gonna do that. All right, so we're gonna do this for our heartbeats in our membership group. We're gonna do a recap, not a recap, but we're gonna do a live reaction to our very first episode of the Heart of Chat.
That is gonna be cool.
It seemed like so long ago. Like it's
crazy. Will we do the first one or the second one? Because the first one was really about insecure.
The first one was
the actual live Heart of Chat, the first podcast, not our first YouTube video.
Oh, okay,
the first podcast.
Season 1, episode 1, introducing the Heart of Chat.
I'm nervous already. Okay.
Different. I mean,
yeah, we even look different.
Yeah. Oh my God, yeah. So I'll be pausing it throughout so we can like talk about it. But I
like this idea.
I love that. Yeah. Yes. So y'all, so join our membership community, folks. I mean, that is going to be something amazing to see. And to touch on Insecure a bit, we did do live Insecure recaps
for the whole season.
For the whole season of season 5, like, it's over now. But yeah, we did some live ones. We did some video recorded ones. I think sometimes the three of us will hop on a day of the week, give our own kind of synopsis of what we thought about the episode. So yeah, this is just another way to up level this. Yeah. Oh boy.
I'm excited. Yeah, I'm excited about it.
Great idea. That's a great idea.
Linda, write that down because I forget that I said it.
Got it. I'm on it right now. Yep. I'm gonna say join us. Yes, for live reactions to season 1, episode 1. Oh Lord.
Let me tell you, it's something to being able to look like documenting your life in ways, whether it's through pictures or video or audio or whatever, but to be able to go even in like writing your journal and to be able to go back and reflect on where you were and where you are now. Like talk about empowering, like to really be able to see where you were and where you are now and to be able to just appreciate it.
Yeah.
Like, have gratitude for it and appreciate it. And then sometimes it's fun to laugh at yourself. I feel like it's good. Like you
should always laugh at yourself.
That is so true. Another great example of that too, Jeanette, is from 2017, circa 2017. Jeanette has started a podcast, right?
Oh God, we're already looking at that.
You're like, yeah. No. We got
it's out there. If y'all want to find
it, was called Gene B Inspired.
If you can find it, you can watch it. That's all I'm gonna say.
We're gonna find it, but
she got rid of that.
Example, but then
did she get rid of that, Linda? Jeanette?
I don't think she did. So then 3 years later, I remember it was May 2020. We were in the thick of quarantine then, like everybody was locked in. We weren't even going to. And Jeanette came on and said we should do a podcast. That was 3 years later, and then we were like, yeah. So look at that. Even look at that timeline of where you were then to May 2020 to now. Shoot, we're in March. So look at that. I think that's worth looking at as well. Just
that's gonna be fun.
Sidebar, Jeanette. I'm
great idea, Jeanette.
Yeah. That's gonna be fun. Call it fun. One other thing I wanted to share before we wrap up this unscripted though is just like with the episode with our live tour Living the Life You Desire and have an intentional focus. We recently did a workshop in our membership group, and we have a workbook for a Living the Life You Desire workbook, and we talk about setting not really just goals but just a full action plan for your life to shift like specific areas of your life that need to be shifted. And we talked about starting with gratitude and appreciating where you are and the things that are working in your life, and then moving into like really taking like a intentional focus on where you want to go in those other areas, and just like listening to the ladies share, even us share some of our own hopes and dreams. Like, how did y'all feel about that?
Oh, I loved it. I'm still reflecting on the workshop, just some of the things that came up for me in there, and just writing things down, even hearing from some of our heartbeats afterwards. So I got a
Yeah.
text from one of them that said, "Hey, I'm really thinking about the workshop. Was really great. I'm still thinking and planning out what I want to do to take this action on these things." I thought that was really cool of how it seemed to resonate with them. Yeah, I'm still planning. I'm still working through some of the things in the workbook. So
Yeah, that's cool. I'm excited about what that can mean, and just how, like, if they just, use that, or we even use that regularly, what I'm
mhm.
saying, in our life, to just assess things and where we want to be, and how we can take real action once you really have a clear picture of where you want to go. And then you can really set true goals and a vision, and just like and it shifted, like, even just in us putting the workbook together, it really shifted my whole perspective on what I thought visualization was.
Mhm.
Like, I thought it was just like something just really huge and hard to do. And then through like the process of putting that together, I was like, oh, so really I just need to think about it. Like, visualization is really like not just thinking about it, but intentional thought around the things that I want, and the outcomes of it. So
Yeah.
about you,
It's a
Shauna?
form of imagination. When we're children, we use our imagination of what we imagine ourselves to be or do.
Mhm.
And it's the beginning steps of that for visualization. The difference is you are at a space where you can actively get some resources together to accomplish the goal than when you were a child. And when you're thinking and imagining, you have to go through other people for your resources to make it come true.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of similar. It's basically just as an adult using your imagination and taking yourself where you want to go.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I I love the workshop. I
Mhm.
think what really hit home for me is three pieces, if I can remember them really quickly. One is this this the whole pamphlet, the whole packet that you put together was pre-written years ago before the Heart of Chat was even born. That just knocks me out every time I think about that. Jeanette wrote this because it was something on her heart at the time. She wrote out this beautiful packet to teach you how to do time management, to teach you how to visualize, to teach you how to empower yourselves, to give you tips and ways to manage your goals. And one of the things that stuck out to me that I never really thought about was I love the 12-week idea, because I have a habit of trying to accomplish and look at a goal within a 12-month, and then I get discouraged. So when she started talking about the piece about setting your intentions around 12 weeks, I'm like, that's attainable. Like, that's real to me, because I'm already a 3-month, like I can go hard for 3 months and then I like a weekend break. So it's like,
Yeah.
I like this. And when you think about that, every quarter, you can accomplish 4 major goals for yourself if
Mhm.
you intentionally focus on one thing.
Yeah.
Because I have a habit of wanting to focus on more than one thing.
Or if you have several things you want to focus on, and like you said, like when you're looking at things in a 12-month period, and it's just like, okay, well then now I feel like I have to, there's like, okay, say there's 5 things that you want to accomplish, right? But when you're looking at it over a 12-month period, you feel like every day or every week you have to be working on every single one of those, where if you're looking at it in smaller periods, and also you focus in on like when you should be doing it, if you say, well, this 12 weeks I'm going to focus on this, and you know that the next 12 weeks you're going to focus on that, then you don't feel guilty for not working on this thing, that thing over there where it really
I like that.
isn't time for you to focus on it right now. Like, this just not the season, the time, and maybe you need to get A, B, and C done before you can move on to,
Yeah.
the other stuff.
Yeah. And so you writing this up, creating this,
Mhm.
it's exactly aligned to who and what the Heart of Chat is that wasn't born yet.
Yeah.
Then you used photos from our photo shoot to incorporate
Shout
that
out to
in our
Sierra Collins
own work.
Photography.
Sierra, we love you.
Just brought all of the zone of geniuses all in one area like that. I just it just blew me away. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was great. I believe the heartbeats that were able to come I've heard from some other heartbeats that are very saddened that they missed it. So we are going to bring it back into rotation. So if anybody wants to come back to it, or it's your first time, it's coming back soon. So we'll let you know in our community.
Yeah.
And
And just to say real quick, before we end this, I think I said that like 5 minutes ago.
No, it's okay.
But so yeah, I did start writing it several years ago, like 2016, and which not several, but a few years ago, like 2016, 15, 16ish. And I got like the first 2 sections done. I had the outline of like what the other topics would be, but I could never finish it. Like I never put the rest of the words to the rest of the sections. Like I knew these are the things. And then through the podcast, through our live show, through our Marco Polo conversations, when we were like, we're going to create this workshop for them, I was like, well, I have something if y'all want to see if it's in alignment with what we're doing. And y'all was like, oh yeah. And when I tell y'all, I was able to finish it in a week. And I've been sitting on it for years. And like, sometimes it is just that it just was not the time for it. I didn't know when the time was supposed to be. And I'm glad I was obedient and even just started it and let it sit. But like when the actual time was supposed to be for it, like, and that's just the beauty of life and how things flow. Like, you know, and they talk about this in Big Magic a little bit too, Sean, that you're reading, but the way things flow, sometimes you'll get the idea, it's just not the right time for it. But when that idea comes back around, you better act on it, because the energy is only going to last for so long, and it's going to move on to the next person. And so
I'm so glad you said that word, energy, because I was going to say that you took something and you was obedient to setting it down. The Heart of Chat was born. You was able to give it the meat and the bones from new energy, and catapulted to where it is today. It's an amazing piece of work.
It really is.
And it's aligned with all of us and who we are. I was extremely proud of the workshop.
Yeah,
you did a great job. But like I said, it's a culmination of everything. I literally could not have finished it if we had not started the Heart of Chat.
Yeah, it was just amazing. Amazing work.
That's just an incredible thought right there.
Yeah. And just the thoughts and how we pulled it together, just the outreach that we have to our heartbeats. Actually, I'm sitting here now, right? We're recording this episode. I'm literally getting a message from one of our heartbeats, Erica, you remember Erica? Yes. Erica, she's saying, hey, she's catching up on the podcast, and she's laughing at one of our episodes. You know what I'm gonna say? 2 words, rabbit hoeing. Listening to that right now. Shout out to Erica. Thank you for listening.
Hilarious.
Yes, and she says
one of our favorite moments.
Yeah, she says hello. So
rabbit hole. Let me tell you.
Yes, I'm like,
y'all come to South Carolina, there is a bar here, and I'm gonna shout them out anyway. They don't know I exist, but they will one day. I'm down the street from my job, and it is called the Rabbit Hole. And when I seen the sign that said the Rabbit Hole coming soon, and my mind immediately went to Rabbit Hole, and I was like, when the Heart of Chat comes to South Carolina this evening, we are going to the Rabbit Hole, because
we are.
And they got a fire pit, Shauna.
Oh yeah, Amarada sours and margaritas for everybody.
We get those real soon.
We're on a rabbit hole with the rabbit hole.
Yes, Amarada sour season. Yes, we're getting close. Yeah, so yeah, shout out just stuff like that. I mean, like you said, Shauna, you heard from a couple of heartbeats that they missed the workshop, but yeah, we're bringing it back. We just appreciate all the love and support and just all the amazingness that is empowering us as we go on this journey.
It's a session for all of us.
So if you're interested in being a part of it and joining our membership is open. You go to our website, to our membership page, you can get more information. It's $15 a month. We would love to have you. And if you don't, and you're not ready right now, just continue to join us on our podcast, and to share with your friends. Don't forget to rate and review it on your Apple iTunes. That helps us get the message out to more people and for more people to find us. And Shauna, do you want to?
I want to thank you for joining us. You can find us on all major platforms for your podcast, YouTube, Twitter, everywhere. You can find us everywhere. We'd like you to come back next week and every week, everybody, because it's going to be what? Fuego, baby. Come back.
Yes.
All right. Bye, ladies.
Bye, ladies.
All right. Bye, Heartbeats.
Bye.